What's up, beautiful people? Today we're going to be checking out ECOWAS Delegation meets Deposed Niger President Bazoum. Let's get to it.
In the meantime, citizens of the ECOWAS sub-regions have continued to wait anxiously over the events in Niger following a military takeover of the government, while the ECOWAS Authority of Heads of State and Government maintains its position that it will accept no option other than the restoration of deposed President Mohamed Bazoum back to power. Some in Nigeria have called for caution to avoid a full-blown regional crisis. News Central's Amadine Uyi reports.
The recent purge in Niger has been the most talked about event in the last few weeks. This is because of the rejection by ECOWAS and its authority heads of states, and the promise to deploy its standby force to restore constitutional order back to the country. At the heels of the recent meeting of the ECOWAS Chiefs of Defense Staff in Accra, Ghana, ECOWAS continues to reiterate its position loud and clear.
This junta in Niger is playing cat and mouse with the community. They should know one thing. They have flouted their own constitution that forbids military incursions into politics. They have flouted ECOWAS instruments, particularly the various sections of the Supplementary Protocol on Democracy and Good Governance that declares zero tolerance for power obtained or maintained by unconstitutional means.
While many think the events happening in Niger is being orchestrated by Western nations and akin to a scramble once again for Africa, some are calling for
Which part is being orchestrated by Western nations? Is it the takeover part or the intervention part?
is being orchestrated by Western nations and akin to a scramble once again for Africa. Some are calling for a review of the role of the West in Africa.
Let us trace the history of most countries. Libya, Mali, Chad, all those other countries that had ties with France. How did they end? How are they ending? What is the value of their currency today? Where are they keeping their central bank? Where is their treasury?
Most importantly, how are the people living? Can they afford anything? Do they even have electricity?
Where is their treasury?
Others in Nigeria are calling for caution, saying a military resolution should be off the table.
The use of force against Niger should be ruled out. It is unlikely to achieve the goals of restoring the constitutional order and improving the frontiers of democratic systems in West Africa. It will compound the security and humanitarian crises in the West ECOWAS region. It is likely to weaken and further divide the ECOWAS and provide greater access of non-African interests into the lives of Africans with negative consequences.
One prominent group in Nigeria, the Northern Elders Forum, is urging Nigeria's government to end sanctions against Niger as a means of creating a conducive atmosphere for negotiations.
Right.
Nigeria should remove all sanctions and measures intended to force the government of the people of Niger into acquiescence. This will make negotiations led by Nigeria, using all assets that both countries value, easier to conduct.
We've seen sanctions, they don't really work like that. Sanctions don't really work. We've seen traces from Russia to Iran to even Zimbabwe. The sanctions are squeezing the people, the common man, but it's not working in favor of the other governments. So why do you keep pushing this thing that doesn't work? That's the question. If you want to communicate or dialogue, put yourself in a better place to be heard.
The fact remains clear. A military action in Niger will only heap more suffering on citizens in the country.
True.
Citizens of the sub-region will be hoping for a quick end to the crisis. Amadine Uyi, reporting for News Central.
Now, joining me live from the Nigerian capital, Niamey, to unpack this latest development is Musa Adamu Abdu. He's radio and television journalist. He works for radio, television, and Fani in the capital, Niamey. A warm welcome to you, Musa, and thanks for joining us on the news. Now, Musa, a delegation from ECOWAS is in Niger. This is the second time this delegation, led by Niger's former president, General Abdulsalam Abubakar, is seeking to intervene. What difference did it make this time around, and what's your take from the events that played out this afternoon and evening in Niamey?
Thank you very much for this opportunity. The disappointment between the General of Brigade Chani, Abdraman Chani, they have a big difference. You say that that is the second time who the ECOWAS delegation meet General Chani and meet dethroned President Mohamed Bazoum. That is a good job for ECOWAS delegation, but the agent of Chani decided to refuse to meet ECOWAS delegation. That is very good, and Niger citizen think that is the occasion to resolve this crisis.
Okay, you did acknowledge the fact that General Tiani has finally met with his ECOWAS delegation led by Niger's former president, General Abdulsalam Abubakar, and it signals an involvement, it signals a willingness to negotiate. But on the other side, we saw the dispatchment of warplanes to Niger by Mali and Burkina Faso as a sort of solidarity measure. What do you make of this move by friendly Burkina Faso and Mali? And does this mean that the window for peaceful intervention is gradually closing? Are they doing this because they see a potential military intervention by ECOWAS?
You said that the first time ECOWAS decided to sanction Niger, electricity, economic, and other, but Burkina Faso military and Mali military decide to arrive in Niger if the ECOWAS military decided to come here in Niamey. Yesterday, Mali and Burkina.
Oh, sorry, we lost communication from Musa Abdemu Abdu, a journalist joining us live from Niamey in the Niger Republic. To give us the latest updates there. Thank you very much for your time.
Okay, yeah, seems that they are trying to talk. Like I keep saying, don't use force to do in this kind of communication. By force, even the sanctions would be forceful. You know, if you want to be heard, put yourself in a position to be heard. Delivery is everything. Well, let me know what you think about that one, and feel free to share your thoughts. Do you think Niger would relinquish power, the coup leaders would relinquish power just to avoid the sanctions? I think it's unlikely, but if you think so, tell us in the comment section and also share your points. It's the end of this video. Smash the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I'll see you on the next video. Have a very wonderful day. Peace.